love filling your journal with beautiful new details? I think you're going to love this project. We're taking a simple torso shape and turning it into something that feels right at home in your junk journal or favorite book. Tuck one inside your junk journal as a journaling tag. Use it as a bookmark with space for notes, or transform it into a charming paper doll. It's sweet, playful, and endlessly adaptable, and I can't wait to see what you create with it. So you're curious about how to draw a torso. I want to create a template, and I can barely see these grid lines through my paper. I'm hoping it will give me some help, I guess is a way to describe the help I'm looking for. Bit of shoulder, I'm going to curve in for the waist, the hips about out to the shoulders, and that's the bottom of the form. It is not symmetrical, and I think for this project I really want symmetrical. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper and I'm just going to draw 1/2. Let's just draw 1/2 of the form, because you could just practice all day long and get the shape you're looking for. Or how about we just draw it once and call it good, right? And if we cut it out, we should have a torso. And if you didn't like any of your lines as you drew, make the correction as you're cutting it out. We're looking for a pattern that we can use over and over again. So, ta-da! That's not bad. If you thought it wasn't like the neck's too wide or something, just shorten it up. If you want a thinner waistline, if you want a longer bottom torso, if you want any of these alterations, trim it out, see what you think. Now, if you want something much larger, we can do the same thing. We want something much larger, but we're happy with this size. How about we just draw it out a little larger all the way around? And again, let's try taking this, see what we get. Hopefully my proportions are just as useful. Or, you know what? Do a Google search. Do a Google search for line drawing, female torso. See what you get. That's a curvy gal. That looks a little bit too close to home. Thin it out. Give it the Marilyn Monroe look. I don't know. Maybe it was the neck. Just seemed too thick. I think the neck might be still a little too thick. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The point is, it's not too tricky to think about the torso. If your goal is to have something substantial, maybe 5 inches, 4 inches big, this is only, it's looking about 3 inches large, then let's start making some real room for journaling let's get this design. I'll slope the shoulders a little bit. I do want this piece fairly straight, and I'm going to show you why in just a smidge. And we want lots of room to write. And I'm going to bring the hips out. Right? So we're getting better. I am not a professional torso drawer, illustrator, but I am giving you ideas. I hope I'm giving you ideas. Gentle sloping, a little bit straight. I'm going to come into about half, come out to about the shoulders. And at least I'm going to have a symmetrical piece. I have a feeling I'm going to have to shrink that neck in. If you have any of those stamps with the female face, maybe a Jane Davenport or something, that would make a great addition. You could turn this into a paper doll. So many possibilities. All right, let's get this down. Let's see how our neck is looking. I think that's great. Oh, don't you see maybe some angel wings behind here, behind this torso? I already have so many ideas coming out. All right, let me show you how I'm going to take these female torsos and create a project. If you have some scrapbook paper, this is paper, and it's not cardstock, is my point. And you want a journaling tag. We're going to take your torso, and where this touches, well, let's get it to touch, or at least we can come out. We are going to not cut here. This is our fold line, and we're going to leave it, but we're going to cut out around it. Now, feel free to take your pencil or live dangerously. Live dangerously and cut your form out. While holding, I mean, if you were smart, you might use a little washi tape, because you know, now your pattern won't move. But hey, I have so much scrap paper. If I needed to redo this, it would not be a total loss to me. And I'm going to just slightly curve, but keep that attached, and then come out over here and cut this inset. Slight curve, but all of this is attached. I'll finish off what I trimmed up. You know, if you're working on a particular journal, you might want matching paper for that project. And now you have a journal torso. Hole punch in here, decorate the front, leave it as is. A very simple project. Maybe you're looking for something much more substantial. Maybe this would be a bookmark or a tag with a very strong full tassel at the top. You're going to want some stronger paper. Maybe you want this, the bodice to be this glittery part of this heavy cardstock. Maybe you're looking for more text. If you're wanting it to be two-sided, maybe you could even fold it, and at the neck, that's the fold. Now instead of your tag opening on the side, it's going to open from the top. That way you would have writing space inside. And I think what I'm going to do for this one is just do something back to back. I'm curious if I left myself. Oh, I did. I think that would be really pretty. Those roses. Yeah, one's in the bodice or in the bottom there. Okay. Now, if I was really good, my papers are going the same way. My text and text are the same way. I know, talk about living dangerously. This is crazy. But I'm really cutting some corners, aren't I? I think I'm good. All right. I'm going to start by cutting them both together so that they match really well. I've tried this before, and I decided to add a back, and then I had to trim after it was glued the pieces that overhung a little bit, and I wasn't a big fan of that. So here we are doing something together that has not been done by me before. Well, taking chances, yes. But, oh, these aren't going to match up anyway, because I did not flip my paper over. Somebody should have told me that. That's okay. I have an idea. I have an idea. I am going to make two tags. One, because I really liked the flowers, and I really like that sparkly blue. So here's what we're going to do. This is the front of one. This is the front of the other. Now what I was saying is, because I don't cut perfectly symmetrically, I don't believe they're going to match, but that really was a close match. But anyway, if you're happy with that, glue them back to back. Maybe even glue something in here that would come out, maybe a piece of ribbon or something. But my thought was, if my back was plain, if I glued something to the back, it would make this extra sturdy. It is cardstock, but it is not extra sturdy. You know what you could do is put a brad in here. If we used a brad, it would slide. I think I'm going to do that. Let's find the perfect brad. Let's see. I have these smaller colored ones, and I even have smaller ones. Let's see. Or I have this decorative one, looks like a button. I have this brownish, and I have a star. I don't think I'm going to go with the star, but let's not rule out any possibilities. I do kind of like this pink, so let's see what we got. If we put this in here, let's see. Do we like this plain, which you could even decorate that, but that's not this class. I do like this, but this pink, is that pink? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, next decision. Do we add a bit of lace to the middle and put the brad through all of it, which I really think I want to do. And then one last decision. Do they face the same way? And you slide it so you can see both. Or do you like to slide and see the blank, but you have to flip it over, and then you would see the back of the brad? I'm going to go with where I can see both, because I'm living dangerously. I'm going to have this at the top, and it is wider than my neck. Do we care? I'm thinking I might care. So let's trim it a bit. But I do want it long enough deep inside here to really catch with the brad. How are we doing? Going to use our small punch right in here. Put in my brad. So far, so good. Look at that. And now you have 2 journaling cards. And that's exactly the way I cut them out, so the shapes match. I'm really happy. I did save this to decorate, and because I had the green out from doing my last project, I think I want to use that. Should it be a belt? I do like that. It could be the lace at the bottom of a dress, but I think I like it being up here. So let's cut this out, save that, get my fabric glue, but also how to embellish. I do have some sticky things. So these on the belt, these as buttons. I think I like the buttons idea. But we're not throwing anything out. We're gonna experiment, visualize. Oh, that's gorgeous. Some of it on the belt. Maybe some as buttons or both. Would you mix those colors up? All right, let me get my fabric glue. I am just about out. And I will trim this, although you could kind of ruche it up, scrunch it up, but I'm not going to. Well, I did use enough glue, I could do that. Let's see. Do I scrunch it up a little bit? Well, doing that means my doesn't reach to the outside. I didn't cut that right. But I do think I think those will go down. Down, across, down, up here. I do wonder if they're going to stand out or not. Woo, that's a lot of glue. Oh, I hate wasting this glue. Oh dear, okay. Whew. Stop, stop, stop. There's a fashion icon. Okay, what about some of these on the belt? Nope, not gonna happen. Come on, Tammy, get it together. All right. I think I might need another lace. You go to the thrift store as much as I do. You always find stuff. Who would thought you would have gotten a huge piece of lace somebody didn't use up? Now to decide which is the front. I think this is the front. And so I'm going to trim it so that it'll do what I should have done in the first place and lay that down. All right, now I got glue in the cap and not on my nozzle. There we go. You know, this fabric glue just makes so much sense. It's like quick drying, but not quick drying. It dries really flat. Stuff is magic. Okay, I do like that. Oh boy, look at that. All right, I might need to glue that so it stretches out pretty like I really wanted it in the first place. Okay, just a dot, Tammy, just a dot. There you go. And get it over there. Get it over there. Now this side, just a dot. And get it over there. Stay. Stay. Don't pull. Stay. Oh, come on now. Stay. There you go. You know, some artists get paint all over themselves. Other artists get glue all over themselves. So at this point, you might want to use some inking around the edges if you want a more antique look. Oh goodness, isn't that cute? This has been a lot of fun. We have our journaling torso tag and another journaling torso tag. If you like this tutorial, won't you join me? Follow, like this video, and comment. I would love to hear from you, and I appreciate your time today.